You're listening to Curious and Interesting, a 2-minute podcast on what's new and intriguing in the world of advertising research. I'm Dr. Barbara Phillips, editor of the Journal of Current Issues and Research in Advertising. In 2010, the U.S. Supreme Court made a controversial decision to allow corporations to spend unlimited dollars in political campaigns. Further, corporations may create front groups, or nonprofit political organizations that they own and use for their own political purposes to mask the true source of the political ad. One example is a 2012 anti-healthcare reform ad made by the 60 Plus Association. The 60 Plus Association was created and funded by private insurance companies that would benefit from the privatization of Medicare, a position advocated by the 60 Plus Association in its ads. The money behind such front groups is growing. It was estimated that the Koch brothers spent close to $900 million during the 2016 U.S. election, putting their spending on the same financial scale as both the Democratic and Republican parties. However, unlike political parties, front groups are not required to disclose their donors, making it very difficult for voters to know the true source of political advertising messages. However, such tricky political ads wouldn't fool intelligent voters like us, would they? Dr. Eric Haley decided to find out. He set out to interview voters who had high levels of political literacy, defined as the knowledge and understanding of the political process and political issues which enables people to perform their roles as citizens effectively. He recruited 52 participants for interviews from local political party organizations, both liberal and conservative. During the interviews, he showed each participant 6 political print ads. 3 of the ads had widely recognizable sponsors like the Democratic or Republican national committees, and 3 of the ads were front group ads. All participants were age 30 or older, all were active in local or national political organizations, and all were college educated. What Dr. Haley found might surprise you. Across all 3 front group ads, if participants agreed with the ad's message, they did not question the source of that message. The sentiment expressed can be summed up by the thought, "That's a good message, so it must be a good organization." It was only when a person disagreed with the front group ad's message that they started to question the identity of the source of the message. However, only 1 participant out of 52 politically literate voters identified that the ads were created and funded by front groups. At this point in the interview, Dr. Haley identified the front group ads to participants and explained the definition of a front group. A few of the participants were okay with these messages, figuring all's fair in love, war, and politics. However, most of the participants were opposed to the practice of front group advertising, as expressed by this voter. How ethically bankrupt can you get? I mean, if you have to hide behind a fake organization to be taken seriously, you've got serious problems. Even the participants who had originally agreed with the front group's message felt they had been duped and were angry. In summary, this study suggests that even citizens with strong political literacy are unable to identify front group advertising as such and may be deceived as to the source of the message. In the age of fake news and the ability of anyone to create and circulate unvetted content on the internet, front group advertising provides another avenue for political deception. Both Republican and Democratic voters were agreed on the solution, as expressed by this participant. This has to be stopped. It's unethical and bad for democracy. It's a major source of false information. If we want to be able to self-govern, we have to have good information on which to make our decisions. If we can't see the source of the information, then we can't begin to evaluate the validity of the information presented. For more information, this research paper was published in the 2020 issue of the Journal of Current Issues and Research in Advertising.